Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, the Nature Boy, back with another video for you guys here today. Today, we're going to be talking about Scopper Gaban. And I want to talk about him and talk about where he can potentially be now in the story. He is a character that has a lot of mystery around him. We have no idea in terms of current storyline where he is. We don't even know if he's alive or if he's dead. All we know about Scopper Gaban is his past. We don't know his present. We don't know his future. Nothing. He is an extreme mystery. And knowing Oda, this is going to come back in the future. This is definitely going to come full circle because he never leaves anything blank unless he comes back to it. He always comes back to everything. And because of this, I'm excited to talk to you guys today about Scopper Gaban and what I think what he might have in store for us in the future. So first, let's talk about what we know about Scopper Gaban. We know he was a Roger pirate. We know that he was with the Roger pirates when they sailed to Raftel. And so Scopper Gaban, if he is alive today, he knows the truth of the world. Just like Rayleigh told Robin, they know the truth of the world. They know everything. And if you guys find out later on, it's up to you to come to your own conclusion. So Scopper Gaban pretty much knows as much as Rayleigh. Everything Rayleigh knows, Scopper knows as well. So he knows the truth. He himself saw the One Piece with his own eyes. He was on Raftel. And we know that he was basically the Sanji to Roger's Luffy. He was the third in command after Roger and after Rayleigh. So we know that he is very strong in his prime. And if he is old today, we can somewhat scale him according to Rayleigh, where he would be slightly below Rayleigh, most probably. So other than that, we know his fighting style. We know he's a dual wielder. He wields two axes, and he fights with those axes. Whereas Roger was a sword, Rayleigh was a sword, he's two axes. Also, he seems to be a hockey user and no devil fruit, just like pretty much everyone else on the crew. Pretty much everybody on that crew fights with some kind of weapon, some kind of slashing weapon, like an axe, a sword, or something like that, and has no devil fruit. And because they have no devil fruit, I think it's safe to assume that he is a hockey specialist, just like Rayleigh. Maybe not as great as Rayleigh, but definitely up there. And he is going to be, if he is going to be shown in the future, from what we have seen so far in the past, I think he is going to be shown in the future. And let's rewind and let's take a step back. Let's look at the introduction of the Roger Pirates in the story so far. So first was Shanks, introduced in chapter 1. And upon his introduction, he gave Luffy the straw hat, and he is the reason that Luffy set out to sea to become king of the pirates in the first place. Luffy already wanted to be a pirate, but with the incident with Shanks, he decided he was going to be his own captain, and he was going to be king of the pirates. So he set out with a whole different goal than he wanted before that. Now, we fast forward. Luffy sets out. He finds his crew. He finds Zoro. He finds Sanji. He finds Nami. He finds Usopp. They get to Logtown. They leave Logtown. They enter the Grand Line. Now, the first thing that happens when the Straw Hats enter the Grand Line is they meet another Roger pirate, Crocus. And Crocus was a doctor of the Roger pirates. He was with Laboon. He is practically inside Laboon, and they meet him here. Now, again, so Shanks meets Luffy in the beginning of the entire story. So you could say the beginning of the East Blue, and Crocus meets Luffy in the beginning of the Grand Line. Now, when they get to the end of the Grand Line, the very last island, the bridge between the Grand Line and the New World, they meet Dark King Silvers Rayleigh, the right-hand man of the Pirate King. And he teaches them a lot. He tells them about the adventures of the Roger Pirates. He tells them about who was on the Roger Pirates, like Shanks, like Buggy. He tells them that they got to Raftel, that they found out the truth, that Roger was actually sick, and that he turned himself in, which the world does not know because the world government just completely lied to everybody and told them that they captured and killed Roger in his prime healthy. So this was big news for the Straw Hat Pirates. This was big news for us, and Rayleigh was able to give us all this information. He was also able to teach Luffy hockey before he set out into the New World to continue his adventure. Now, those are 3 Roger Pirates, and they all seem to have come at very important landmarks geographically in the story. So beginning of East Blue, beginning of Luffy's adventure, straight to beginning of Grand Line, Crocus, straight to the end of Grand Line and beginning of New World, Rayleigh. So I think Scopper Gaban is also going to be in a milestone island for the Straw Hats, and what he has in store, I have no idea. But could it potentially be possible that he is on either Lodestar Island or Raftel? I think that's very possible. And although Roger himself is dead, Whitebeard, when he was talking to Blackbeard, said, "You're not the man that Roger was waiting for." And this is a very interesting quote, because the way he says it is as if Roger is waiting for someone to reach this island. This could mean two things. This could mean that A, Roger is alive and he is literally waiting on Raftail, sitting down, just drinking sake, waiting for someone to arrive. I think he did not mean it literally, so I don't buy into this. But B, I think Roger has always known that someone's going to have to reach it, as we saw in his flashback where he thought it was Ace. And because of this, he strategically set up some of his crew to certain parts of the world to meet this person on their adventure, to help keep them going. Because if you think about it, when Rayleigh met Luffy, Luffy broke. And if it wasn't for guys like Rayleigh and Jinbei, Luffy wouldn't have ever continued his adventure. He would have just given up on everything. So Rayleigh was there to basically not just teach Luffy, but to help Luffy and motivate Luffy to continue on his journey. Crocus was there to help Luffy. Shanks was there to inspire Luffy. And I feel like Scopper Gaban could be waiting on Raftail itself, the island. He could be Roger's will. So all of these guys are Roger's will. The Roger Pirates are continuing Roger's will, looking for the one man who inherited Roger's will, and they are quote-unquote waiting for the man who inherited Roger's will to help him on this journey. So maybe he is on Lodestar and can help him get from Lodestar to Raftail, or he is on Raftail and there's some kind of very important information that's on Raftail before you can actually get to the One Piece. Once you're on Raftail, that Scopper Gaban can help them with. And because of this, I think the quote that he said of Roger is who Roger is waiting for on Raftail makes sense, because Scopper Gaban would be carrying the will of Roger, waiting for this person. So I think he is alive. I think he's healthy and well. I think he's probably just as strong, or a little bit stronger than, or a little bit weaker, sorry, than Rayleigh right now, who's very strong. And because he has not been shown so far, I think Oda definitely has something important for him coming in the future. And I think it is him waiting in Raftail for the Straw Hats to help them with one final obstacle to get to the One Piece. So that's my theory for today, guys, on Scopper Gaban. Let me know if you liked it. Also, let me know if you like these kinds of videos, just talking about characters and theorizing about them. If you guys enjoy them, I can do them a lot more. So comment down below if you enjoyed it. Like the video if you did enjoy the videos. Please subscribe if you can. Help my channel grow. Share the video to friends. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care and stay safe.